Welcome back to In Bed with Jay and Josh. We've got Damien Grey here to interview him today. Damien's been on our collab trip in Bali for the last week and a half now. Mm-hmm. How's it going so far?
It's been amazing.
Loving it?
Beautiful. Yes, it's my first time in Asia, so happy to be here.
So Damien, when did you first join OnlyFans?
I think right after I turned 21,
Okay.
So right after college. Yeah.
And how many years ago was that?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And why did you decide to join OnlyFans?
My best friend, actually, from middle school, she started an OnlyFans and was making a lot of money. And I was struggling a bit in college financially, so I decided to start an OnlyFans and see if it could, at least give me a couple $100 a month.
Is that the friend that was with you in Tulum?
No. Different
I
brand,
was going to say, she was fun.
Pretty much, yeah.
And did you end up completing college?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Slag. I didn't even complete middle school.
Yeah, I studied biology, so
Okay.
So you know the way around the body.
I do.
And what do you love about being a creator?
I feel like it's always very exciting to, think of a bunch of ideas and stuff and then get to work with people that help bring it to fruition. And I love creating beautiful things. So yeah,
I think that's what we've been discussing a lot, what we love about it. And I think coming together with different creators and finding inspiration in other people's work and, getting ideas from each other, really it's really collaborating, isn't it? And I find these trips are amazing for inspiration and kind of creativity to flow.
100%.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun as well, doing all these creative fun things. And I think we all feed off each other's energy, which is great.
Have you done many trips like this before?
I think this is my third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how does this compare to the other ones?
Well, one of them was ours.
But Damien turned up halfway through.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit late, honey.
No. But yeah, no, the Tulum one was amazing. I had a lot of fun. Wish I got to film a bit more, but that's my own fault. And yeah, this one has been amazing. And I think there was only one other one in Mexico as well.
Yeah.
Were you there in Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, he was there in Puerto
You were,
Vallarta.
yes.
That was a bit chaotic.
It was. Lots of people, lots going on.
Yeah, I mean, we said that this is the reason we wanted to create these trips. So we could get a bit more of a concentrated kind of collab trip where it's not so spread out. There's not so many creators. You get to really, I think create better content, get more of a bond, more of a vibe.
And it's a lot more relaxed doing it this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been amazing. I think it's also really beneficial that we're kind of isolated out here.
Yeah.
I know in PV, it was a bit difficult because everyone was, going out a lot and going to the beach club or going out clubbing at night. And so to have everyone kind of separated from all of that, I think kind of forces people
I was
to focus a lot on.
Who was doing that? Couldn't have been me.
Definitely wasn't Josh.
I turned up to the collab with Jay and I had not slept 1 week.
I honestly didn't realize until after when you told me.
Yeah. Well,
you hadn't slept.
she carries herself.
Yeah.
She's professional.
She's professional. She goes up, she does the job. And what's your relationship like with your family? Are they aware of your OnlyFans career?
Yeah, so my parents are divorced, but my mother knows, and she's been very supportive. My father, I'm not sure if he knows. I don't know if my mother told him or not, and he's just playing oblivious. But yeah, I've just been a bit nervous because military, very macho man, so...
It's great that your mum is good with it, though. It's always good to have supportive parents. It gives such a foundation and such a, a comfort, because it can be a lonely, being a creator can be lonely, and having the support of your family is really amazing and a blessing, because not many people have that.
Yeah, I do feel very grateful.
So within the porn industry and OnlyFans, there's many different niches. I would classify our niche, Josh and I's niche, as just being white, cisgender, muscle, gay. Circuit gay. It's quite broad.
Yeah.
And it's something that we're not unique in the industry. in that sense.
Yeah.
We don't really have, I mean, you do more fetish stuff than I do.
Oh yeah, I'm a piggy.
Yeah. I'm not really like a big fetish person. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to the type of content that I put out. Is there a particular fetish that you would classify your content as, or how would you describe the type of content that you produce?
I think I'm pretty vanilla as well, but I think that something I like to showcase is like the size difference thing, just because I am so
How
small.
tall are you?
I am 5'4".
5'4".
Yes.
And I'm 6'4".
I'm
So that's a
6'1".
big difference.
That is a big difference.
Do you find that that works in your favor within the industry?
Sorry to interrupt this gorgeous episode, but I couldn't help but say that posting nudes isn't a business strategy, but the ofbizschool.com is. The ofbizschool.com teaches you exactly how to turn your OnlyFans into a money-making machine. Marketing, branding, content strategy, make sense, and dollars. Sign up to the ofbizschool.com, follow the steps, and let's just say OnlyFans will be paying your rent. So if you want to stop struggling and start thriving, go to the ofbizschool.com. Trust me, your bank account will thank you. Now back to the episode.
I think that people do like the size difference thing. Yeah, for sure. So I guess it works in my favor a bit. Wish I was taller though, but you know, try to benefit from it
Yeah.
as much as I can.
Do you find that the industry uses your size in a problematic way?
Yeah. I mean, maybe like not so much my height alone, because you know, there's plenty of creators that are maybe my height but have
Think
more
Danny
mature
is.
faces. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or they're a bit more muscular? Or,
Yes, exactly.
Right.
But I think the young face thing coupled with the like really short body is maybe sometimes a bit problematic for me.
Yeah. And how do you deal with that?
Well, I try to create beautiful content and ignore all of the mean comments and all of that,
Yeah.
and just try to stay positive.
That's great.
I think it's you know, there's going to be a lot of hate out there for everyone, but I think especially if you're being fetishized for a certain way, it's being a certain way, it's like it's not something you can control. You know, your height, the way you look, is not something you can. You know, it's you. It's what makes you you, and it's not like you're doing anything wrong as well. You're literally like you're 24, and I think people need to realize that there are people in this world that look a lot younger, and it's not like we can deny them like anything that we have just because they look a certain way or look
Exactly.
younger or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
We can't say, oh, you can't do OnlyFans because you look a certain way. It's like that's the whole point of OnlyFans, is there's such a broad variety of people on there, and there's something for everyone. And you can't just say, oh, this guy looks too young. How can we deny that for him? You know, it's like, it's silly, it's stupid. Because, I mean, you are of age, way of age. You're 24.
Exactly. I didn't even start till I was 21.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So I think people's hate and judgment is misplaced for sure.
Well, especially because the industry does push like twink style content.
Yeah.
And it does really, like, without that, there wouldn't be a porn industry.
Yeah.
Yet, especially I've noticed in the last year or two, there's been a lot of people coming out and attacking creators that may look underage or may have that size difference, and they criticize the creator. And I have a problem with that because unless they're underage, there shouldn't really be a problem with the actual creator.
Yeah.
It should be a problem with the industry or the stereotype, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think, you know, it's funny because it's all like heterosexual people that are coming out in hate towards this. And it's like you've fetishized young girls or people that look like, you know, girls that look younger for how many years? Do you know, years and years and years. And then now.
And it's going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
I guess, like, I just wanted to discuss those points and really just understand and make sure that you're okay with with everything, because I can understand that there would be a lot of people that might be coming for you online, and just like if that has affected you, and if you have anything to say to people
I think
that
that
opinion.
You know, as you mentioned earlier, you both are beautiful, and maybe I would say like conventionally attractive in the gay world, you know. And so I do get a lot of hate and stuff, but yeah, I just try to tune it out. I love to be able to like express myself and my sexuality and make beautiful content, and I think I'm proud of what I've created, and yeah, so I just try my hardest not to let people's opinions affect me too much.
Yeah, you can't let that get in, because I mean, I spent many years of my career reading the comments for one, and then you get to the point where you're just like, I need to stop reading these comments because it gets at you so badly.
Yeah.
And it's like an addiction. You're just rolling through these comments and you're like, why am I doing this to myself? Because it just feels really bad, but it's so intriguing that you kind of can't stop yourself sometimes. And now I just have to totally ignore them.
Yeah.
Just for your own mental health, you just have to tune it out.
Otherwise, it just eats away at you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And eats away at my confidence. And I mean, there's definitely been points where I've reconsidered doing OnlyFans just because obviously I don't want to perpetuate like, you know, underage anything or like promote like any of that. And so it has made me question whether or not I should continue. But, you know, I did get to a point, like I said, where I just tune it out, make beautiful stuff, and feel proud of it. Try not to let it affect me too much.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's something that you're passionate about and that you want to do. And you shouldn't let people stop you for, you know, for their perception and for their negativity and for their hatred. You know, that's, you tune that out and then do what you're passionate about, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And my experience, especially in Bali with you, is that you are so gentle and so sweet and so great to work with. It would be a shame if you were to like stop doing OnlyFans because of that. Because it shouldn't be a problem, and especially you are of age, and just because there's people out there that have done the wrong thing or do the wrong thing with underage people doesn't mean that because of that it should affect you personally and your career.
Yeah.
And I guess doing this podcast, I really want people to understand that it's not the creator's problem, that there is unfortunate things that happen in the world. And as long as you're very careful with the type of content that you put out and everyone knows that you're of age, there shouldn't be a problem with you specifically.
Yeah. I do find though that I still have issues with like other creators or people wanting to film with me just because I feel maybe they don't want to like get even close.
Caught up in that.
Exactly. Yeah. Or have people be commenting things under their posts, you know, and so I do feel that sometimes it has been a bit difficult to find people to work with just because, maybe they don't want to be associated or get into any trouble of their own.
And to be honest, like those thoughts ran through my head, and the way that I've conceptualized our collab concept is that I'm going to give you all of the control. I'm going to be tied to a bed and have like a scenario where you can come into the room and kind of like have your way with me and you have the control in the situation. Because outside of the stereotype that we're trying to avoid, I think that's a really cool concept and something that you probably haven't tried before. I haven't done before.
I think you see in heterosexual porn all the time though. You see like the size difference between men and women.
Yeah, you go onto Pornhub, like the top 15, like 18-year-old girl gets like...
and it's very like, where's the hate towards that?
Exactly.
And then
but you know what the gays are like on social media.
Absolutely.
Like, and it's just something that is a part of the industry and something that hopefully won't be around forever, but at the moment it seems to be a hot topic. So I guess you just got to roll with it for now, and then hopefully people will move on and you can go back to living your life as you were before. Well, thanks so much for being interviewed by Josh and I. And we can't wait for you to just go on into the world and flourish, and don't worry about the haters.
Fuck the haters.
Fuck them.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. It's been a
including me
pleasure.
on this trip. It's been honestly magical.
Yeah, and it's going to be even more magical. We've got, quite a few days left.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully the rain lets up and the mosquitoes don't bite Jay's arse anymore.
Yeah, no more mosquito bites on my bum, please.
Right, thank you. This has been In Bed with Jay and Josh, and this is Damien Grey. Damien, will you tell people where they can find you on social media?
Yes, my Twitter is Damien_X_, and my Instagram is Damien_Grey X.
And your OnlyFans?
This is Damien_Grey.
Fantastic. Well, if you want to go find Damien, there it is. And this has been Embedded Jay and Josh again. And we will see you next time. Bye.